We've got some Sunday afternoon hockey. Welcome to High Button Sports. I'm Ryan Pulsfer here with you in St. Margaret's Bay, Nova Scotia, getting ready for a Nova Scotia U15 major match between the Wearwell Bombers and the Gulls. The Gulls are going to have their hands full on this matchup as the Bombers are off to a fiery start, undefeated 5-0, led in scoring by Coda Lewis and Evan McIntosh, as well as defenseman Lawrence Williams, each sitting at 8 points in 5 games. But this young Gulls team is resilient themselves, currently sitting with a 2-2-1 record on the season, and they're looking to push themselves over the 500 hump tonight. It's going to be a pretty good matchup, so get yourselves all fastened and ready to go. You're not going to want to miss a second of the action here. As puck drop was just a few moments away, the refs conversing quickly, making sure they got everything all ready to go. And it looks like they do, so opening face-off. As Fleming tries to win it for the Gulls. Isn't quite able to, but the Gulls do take it into the zone anyway. Moving in early. That shot was sort of deflected, a little soft hit there, and a big piece of contact thrown early on. Langillo throwing the first hit of the game. Well, that breakup pass looking in, and it'll just tread into the corner there. Ooh, bit of a wipeout there. And another massive hit thrown by the Gulls early on. The physicality is well underway here. Now Fleming's going to try to make his way into the zone. And a good little poke away from the defender. And the Bombers will try to see what they can get out of the zone here. Good forecheck here by the Gulls, but it's going to come out just over the line. And it'll be repped in by Myra, and they'll head off for their first change of the game. And the Bombers now going to try to make their way up. Croft sends it in, but McKay will take it and pass it off. And now chipped into the zone here by the Gulls. They'll make sure to try to get the puck first. Try to throw it in front of the net. Couldn't quite get it there. Now it's a battle all around it there. Puck loose in front of the net. And goalie couldn't go. The ref does whistle that it was covered up. So maybe a bit of a fortunate break there for the Bombers as it's whistled down. Chris Walker, the starting goalie for the Bombers, and a name to keep your eye on. Well, Brennan Fitzgerald getting the nod for the Gulls. And Bombers winning the faceoff. They'll flick it out of the zone. And Bootlier will have to retreat back for the puck. And, ooh, McLean was just a little offside. So the turnover couldn't quite turn into much as McLean was just at the wrong place at the wrong time. Talk a little bit more about Chris Walker. He's had a solid start to the season. He's 2-0, of course. Undefeated like the rest of the team. He's got a 1.5 goals against average and a .933 save percentage. So he's had a pretty good start to the season as long as the rest of the team. And the Gulls need to see if they can find a way to beat him. Gulls do have the puck deep in the offensive zone. Shot turned away. Good effort there. And another puck behind the net will be picked up by the Bombers. And puck set up the ice. Bombers get to it first, but quick defense there by the Gulls will stop anything from happening. Puck flicked out of the zone. The Gulls are going to keep it. Good little effort there, moving into the zone now. Wrapping around the net, looking for some reinforcements. He doesn't have any, so we'll just bury it deep in enemy lines. And that pass missed pretty bad. Gulls will take control. But they won't be able to break the zone. Rogers not able to corral that. It'll go all the way back behind his net. He'll get there first. And then we're going to get out of the zone. Trickles all the way down the ice. Icing is waved off. And, ooh, a bit of a risky pass there, but was able to connect. Croft got pushed off the puck, so they'll send it back behind the net. And a good stick there to break up that pass. Bombers do get it down deep into the Gulls' territory. Rogers will do a quick spin, pass it off. And now they're going to try to get in with a little bit of speed. McDonald throws a hit there as he couldn't hold on to the puck. Another try to push him off the puck there. Not quite a hit, but pretty close. Now the Bombers making their way into the zone. Nice little move, shot, and knocked out of play. So Jack Cameron got a good burst of speed, and the young defenseman had a great opportunity. And face-off won by the Bombers. Shot from the point goes just wide. And now the puck at the side of the Gulls' net, but they'll get it a little further out of harm's way. And now the puck will clear the zone after a good defensive effort. Bombers do have it, and they'll see what they can restart. McLean makes his way in, makes a nifty little move, but not quite enough to fool the defender. And Fleming has it, trying to get it out. And not quite able to. McLean fighting to get back to the puck. He's a little tangled up right now with Fleming. And back to the point for the Bombers. Shot on net. Some traffic in front, but turned away. And that pass doesn't connect. It's going to go all the way down the ice, and it'll come the other way for an icing. So we're almost 5 minutes in here. Shots are 4-2 in favor of the Gulls. No one has managed to crack either goaltender as of yet. And there has been a lot of room to work with. Both teams doing a good job of really preventing anything from starting on offense. That shot was thrown on, but well wide. And that shot hit a body now in front. Now tried to find the center of the net, but no one was there, and the puck was picked off. A couple nifty moves. We were by the captain making his way in. That shot turned away by the goaltender. Didn't get enough on it. But they can't clear the zone. Opportunity now for the Gulls. Shot turned away. Oh, and the puck just hopped over. Cooper Strong on the rebound there. Mimer back to work here. Great shift for the captain so far. The Gulls continue to work in the offensive zone. Back to the point for Rogers. His shot blocked. And that's going to lead to an opportunity the other way. McIntosh has a chance. Oh, but he can't quite get free. Myra with a great play, and the crowd showing their appreciation there. He hung with him every step of the way and prevented a clear look. But now we are going to see our first penalty of the game. So a great defensive effort on one end, but a penalty following it up, and now we're going to see the Bombers go to the power play for the first time. And Bombers do win the face-off. And quick pass off. And a one-timer shot, but it was high over the net. And that'll lead to the Gulls trying to clear it out. McKenzie with a great effort to keep it in, but couldn't control the puck enough. And finally it is sent out, this time by Blake Bootler. And now the Bombers making their way back up. Cameron with it now, looking for options, sends across ice. To the point now, McKenzie. Over to Cameron again. And now moving in, that shot blocked. He gets it back right in the slot, but too many bodies in the way, couldn't quite get it. And an inside shot, rebound, scores! It was a tight shot, but unfortunately, Brandon Fitzgerald just didn't quite know where it was. And we've got our first goal. It's a power play goal, and the Wearwell Bombers are up 1-0 off a Jaden Croft rebound. Just unfortunate. I mean, the worst feeling in the world as a goaltender is realizing that you don't know where that puck is, and he just wasn't quite able to find it in time. So a power play marker, and now we're going to get an icing, which will send us back into the Gulls' end. So Tanner Hayden getting the assist for the power play goal on the Carter Myra interference penalty. And we are at 8:58 left to go here in period number one. Period number one, of course, only a 15-minute period, short intermission, and then two 20-minute periods to follow it up. And offside is the play there. And the Odell pass didn't quite connect the way they were hoping for, so another stoppage in play. Rogers with it now. He's going to just send it in. Everstock trying to see if he can come up with the puck. He'll leave it just long enough for Fleming to step in and get it. And it's thrown back to the point. Rogers tried to find Fleming. Fleming wasn't quite ready for the pass. Just throws it in front of the net. No one quite able to corral it there for the Gulls. It'll end up going out of the zone. McKay and Rogers back to pick it up. And Fleming with a nice little move to get into the zone. It's a 2-on-1. Tries to get the pass over, but didn't quite get a great defensive stick there to prevent a clean play. And suddenly the Bombers have some possession here, moving up into the zone. So 1-on-3, he's going to fall down. Fleming's got the puck now, tries to send it in, but he whiffs. Puck's just quickly taken away. And Williams coming in now, shot from a bit of a tight angle, but this time it is corralled by the goaltender. This is not the only action going on. If you're curious on the state of Nova Scotia U15 Major Hockey, currently the Western Hurricanes have a 4-2 lead over the Halifax Wolverines. That's with just over a minute to go. 6-0 for the Novas over the Rangers. The Bandits up 6-4 over the Cougars. Of course, we have the Bombers here up 1-0. And we do have some other games that are on the way, but not quite here yet. That being the Whalers and the Bearcats, the Harbor Rage, and the Kings Mutual Valley Wildcats. We got our eyes on one game, though, and it's this one. And tried to flip out with the neutral zone. A couple passes didn't quite work out there for the Bombers. Taken away, but a delayed offside will pull the Gulls back. Pass for McIntosh didn't connect. Delayed icing. And they need to get back there in time. So now we'll head to the Bombers' end. Odell, Liver, and Cooper Strong on the ice here. Meanwhile, the refs are heading over to have a discussion with the Gulls about something. I'm not quite sure what it is. And so we'll wait for that conversation to finish up. Shots now 7-6 in favor of the Gulls, but they still trail 1-0 here early on. Get everything sorted on, and Odell able to win the face-off. And puck taken and quickly lost again by the Gulls. Now they're going to try to clear it out. And it's a great keep in by Boutlier. Strong gets a stick on there to try to break up the play, causing some havoc behind the net. He's going to come up with a puck. Tried to throw it in front, but a good defensive play there to prevent that from happening. Another takeaway here for the Gulls. They're going to fire it around the net. Bombers will try to flick it out. They will get it out now. Boutlier takes a bit of a hit there from Hayton, but not too bad. And the Bombers trying to see what they can work in the zone here. That pass hit a stick and deflected, but bounced by the defender. And the captain will reach in there first, and he throws a big hit, but he knocks himself away from the puck. Physicality there in the corner, but Bombers had it for a moment anyway. Oh, Bombers take it right in front of the net. But, fall down there, and that'll take out any opportunity for them. Now the Gulls trying to make their way up here. Great defensive play there to keep Odell from doing anything. He threw a bit of a hit there. Arms stay down. And Liver, who's had a pretty strong start here to the game. An opportunity right in front of the net, and it's turned away. And now it's going to be kept in by Liam Worth. Thrown around the net, letting the Bombers start as the Gulls get a change in. Fleming banks it off the boards. Quickly lost the puck, though. Now they're going to get it right back. So the Gulls have some momentum here in the sustained offensive zone time. Shot opportunity, scores! And it's Sam Fleming who gets this game all tied up at 1. Got the puck right in front of the net, and he made no mistake. As he beats Chris Walker, and we are all evened up with 5:19 to go in the frame. And that was a long, sustained shift of offensive zone time for the Gulls. Didn't always result in the most shots. In fact, it only resulted in one, but hey, that one shot was all you needed. You work the defensive team, you get them tired. That's exactly the way you want to play the game, and it pays off in a big way. The Bombers now trying to get control of the offensive zone. Ooh, couldn't quite be kept in there by Anderson, so I'll trace down. McDonald ends up being the one to pick up the puck. And his pass is deflected, so no icing will be called. Goaltender tries to play it. It's a little bit of a miscue there. No harm done as it just kind of softly goes into the corner, but a little dangerous to watch there for a second. And puck from the point, bit of a gentle shot, hits too many bodies and trickles wide of the net. Now it's back to point. Anderson tries to get a shot off, but that is blocked. And a great effort there by Will Ludy to make sure that one didn't make the net. And a quick pass off from McLean. He'll take it right back. A lot of pressure over him, though. Can't quite hold on to the puck. Three guys watching him there. Back to the point. Anderson shot hit his own teammate and deflected wide of the net. Hit the back of Tucker. Oh, and that puck stripped by McLean. Yeah, a little move sends it behind the net. He'll be the first one to get to the puck. Won't be able to hold on to it, though. Gulls run into the offensive zone, but good physical contact to limit the ability to get to the puck. But now whistled down for an offside. McDonald, Doyle, and Langill on the ice here for the Gulls. Bootleer and Seamus McKay, the defenders. And it'll be Bootleer who will send it down. Bombers trying to start behind their net. Got some good forechecking going on, though, so they got to be careful how they go about this. Gulls doing good work to keep it in. But now it looks like finally the Bombers will get the puck out. They're going to try to make their way up in the zone. Nicholas McKenzie had the puck dropped it off, and that shot is wide and over the net. And Gray McDonald there to break up that pass and clear it out of the zone, so send the Bombers back. Puck in neutral territory picked up, and now skating in as the Bombers back in town. Shot deflected and goes just out of play. And so it'll be whistled down again. You know, I talked about it a little bit earlier, but the complete inability to get space has been something that I've really liked out of the Gulls game here so far. They really haven't left any opportunity for Wearwell to find prime opportunities, and if they can keep playing that way, I mean, that's the dream. And Wearwell's done a fairly good job of that. Of course, their mistake came after a long offensive shift for the Gulls, who now have an opportunity making their way in the zone. And opportunity breakaway, couldn't get the shot off. Looks like he wanted a bit of a penalty. That was the Captain Liver with the opportunity. Croft gets the puck out. Odell picks it up. He'll try to throw it across the ice, but it was a little far. Made the defenseman have to go get it. Puck behind the net now for Wearwell. And they'll try to bank it off the boards. Almost didn't get out. Myra slipped up, and that let him clear the zone. And trying to make a connecting pass. Wasn't quite able to, but Croft making a good effort to get to the puck here. Gets by Bell and shot in front of the net. Wasn't quite able to get on. There was a defender there that made life difficult. That puck sent into the zone by the Bombers, but ooh, big hit there behind the net. Now Jardine has the puck. He's going to fire it in. They finish up a defensive change there for the Gulls. Trying to clear it out. Poked at the zone. That's going to clear the zone. It's going to be a one-on-one opportunity now. And toe drag shot, but it was blocked and kicked away from the net. Good play by Worth there. Shot from a sharp angle. Didn't quite make it on net. Ooh, and a nifty little move there. Trying to keep the puck free, but not much opportunity left. We got a theme there. Jardine breaks up that pass, and now quickly the Gulls are going to fire it into the zone. Jardine got to the puck first, but kind of threw it out into open ice. No one was there to receive the pass, so now the Wearwell Bombers clear their zone. McLennan drops the puck off, shot. Ooh. Brendan Fitzgerald couldn't quite glove it down, so it bounced off the glove and behind the net. As long as it wasn't in, I don't think he'll complain too much. 1 minute to go here in frame number 1. Boutelier breaks up that pass attempt. Oh, and the penalty is going to be called there. And so Aiden Langell will be given a penalty. And so we will spend the last 50 seconds with a Wearwell Bombers power play. Barring in power play goal, of course. Shots now 9-8 in favor of the Gulls. And for the second time, we'll see the chance for them to defend this power play. Puck flipped, couldn't quite get it out though. Great effort now. It's thrown over to McKenzie, and he's going to hand it right back. Opportunity passes it again. Trying to see what they can find here for space. Ooh, great defensive stick there, and sent down the ice by Doyle. Jack Cameron retrieves it behind his own net. Has to make a couple of moves to get free. 25 seconds to go now here in the frame. And draw passes, he enters the zone. Passing it over, but couldn't quite connect with Coda Lewis. Puck couldn't be cleared out. McKenzie has 10 seconds on the clock now. Pass over, tries to get it on the net, but was just a little bit wide. 5 seconds, that'll come out of the zone, and that will wrap up the first period. So it'll be 1:09 of penalty kill for the Gulls when we start the second period. That'll be in just a minute, so don't you go anywhere. It is 1-1 here at the St. Margaret's Bay Center. Told you we wouldn't be long. Second period here, just moments away. So 1:09 left to go on the tripping penalty. Aiden Langell occurred late in the frame. 1-1 here. And we'll see if the Bombers can get something started here. And Anderson's going to see what he can find a pass. And the captain with it now, looking for some space. He gets sent into the boards by Sam Fleming. But too many Bombers. That pass doesn't connect, and it goes all the way out of the zone. Fleming does some good forechecking there, sends it further back in. Now it's behind the net. Fleming with a great piece of work here, killing off a good 30 seconds of time. Finally, the Bombers get into the offensive zone. They'll just bring it around the boards. And they'll get it out. Ooh, a big hit, though, as it happened. So we paid the price for that clear as Jaden Croft came in a big way. 20 seconds left to go here in this penalty. Odell couldn't quite connect with the puck and about an opportunity shorthanded. Sends Sim with it now. He makes a move, falling down onto his knees, trying to get the pass off, but couldn't quite. And great play by Anderson there to keep it in the zone. Ooh, trying to make a connection, but that one-timer didn't quite pan out, and that shot hit something and bounced up into the mesh. We are back to 5-on-5 now. So a big kill there for the Gulls. You gotta love having a break halfway through your power play. You get to go back to center ice, get your breath. And, you know, a little bit of momentum late in the power play there, but not much for Wearwell to really take with them. That pass broken up, and the Bombers will have it, but they'll cough it up again pretty quickly. Boutelier has to chase back into the corner to see if he can come up with it. Tries to pass it over to McKay, but it was a little far. And Bombers are ultimately the ones that come up with it. But a good defensive play to body him off the puck. Ooh, that one now picked off by the Gulls. Leiber coming up with the puck now, looking around to see what options he has. They'll just have to send it in. And he comes up with it himself, tries to throw it in front of the net, no one there. And then they try to clear it out. Great effort to keep it in, moving on his own now. He's got to stop, find some help. Ooh, and a big reverse hit there. Knocks him to the ice. And that pass misses. You can see there, Cooper Strong was heading off for a change, saw the puck, kind of came back towards. And that pass to him was in the air. He wasn't able to do much with it there. He does get to it first. Throw it back to the point, shot and blockered away. Kept in at the point by Worth. And the puck's going to bounce. He'll be the one to try to do it again, but it's poked away from him before he has any chance to do anything. Now it's going to be sent back in. McDonald did a good job keeping the puck. Now it's thrown back to the point for Worth, who throws the shot on from the point, got through unobstructed and turned away by the goaltender. Worth keeps it in again. McDonald trying to get that puck, couldn't quite hang on to it. Now it's going to be sent down the ice, but it's going to be an icing call, so we're going to go right back down to that end. 3 minutes have passed here in period number 2. Shots now 10-9 in favor of the Gulls. Another pretty good long offensive stint there. Something to feel good about if you're them. You've got some real sustained zone time. Of course, for those who weren't with us at the start, Wearwell Bombers are undefeated at this point. They're sitting at a 5-0 record. The Gulls at 2-1, trying to get over the 500 mark. And meanwhile, Lewis is thrown out of the face-off dot, and the replacement will come in and win it anyway. So this is a big testing mark for a young Gulls team. A lot of rookies on this team, a lot of turnover from last year's squad, so getting to play a squad like this, it's a good benchmarker. Now this puck will go in. Goaltender will poke into the corner. Bellin did just enough to stay on it and not give any opportunities. And that pass didn't quite connect, so it's picked up now by McKenzie. He fired across to his partner, and they've got some movement throwing out the puck. Lewis with it now. He's going to skate into the zone on his own, look around with a drop pass there. And they're going to be muscled off the puck. Good effort there. And now the Gulls have it the other way. Tries to make a move, but couldn't quite manage to get by the defender, Lawrence Williams. Puck will end up deep in Bombers territory. Goaltender will play it himself. Leave it for his defenseman. Gulls have now Haverstock falling down. And that puck thrown up into the middle of the ice. Picked up now by the Bombers, making their way up. And an attempt at a drop pass wasn't quite there. Fleming was there to disrupt it. And now it's deep in the corner. They're fighting for control of the puck. A lot of bodies falling down across that play. And Haverstock pass really is in front of the net. Great opportunity there. And they're going to blow the play down. So the net was dislodged just a little bit, enough to stop play. But some good opportunities again for the Gulls. Puck will come out of the zone. Bombers are going to have an opportunity to take it in. They're going to leave it for the captain. Trying to make a move, but Meyer with a great defensive play. He's made a few of those already today. And the puck returned to Anderson now. And his pass was intended for Hayden, who didn't quite know it was coming. Now Hayden's going to try to get it off the boards. Comes up with it himself. Great effort to come to the puck. He still has it, but he falls down. And it'll let the Gulls take it out of the zone. And that puck will be thrown up. Hayden will try to chip it forward. And he had a high stick. He had to leave the puck. Gulls will send it out of the zone. Cameron with it now. He'll try to make a pass up. Hits a skate and deflects, so no icing will be available in the play. Ooh, bit of an odd fall into the boards there for Jaden Croft. He thought he was going to land a hit on Bellin, who just sort of managed to avoid it. Bombers step their way into the zone. Lose the puck pretty quickly, though, and it'll be played over for Liver now. We'll have the puck making his way along the boards, chips it up, and the Bombers will have it again. That pass, though, doesn't quite connect. It'll go down the ice for an icing. And with 14 minutes on the clock, we'll be back to the offensive zone for the Gulls. Liver, Odell, and Cooper strong the forwards now with Rogers and Liam Worth on defense for the Gulls, as they'll see if they try to capitalize on this offensive faceoff. Odell wins it back cleanly to Worth. They'll sort of flip it down there into the corner. Doesn't quite work out. They'll try to clear the zone. Worth tried to pinch up and stop the puck from happening, but it does leave the zone anyway. Odell will try to get it in, but won't get it very far. And that pass doesn't connect. Delayed icing is in effect, but didn't quite get far enough for that to be called. So, bit of a break there for the Bombers, who were trying to get control of the puck here deep in the offensive zone. And Liver, the captain, now seeing what he can do. Tries to make his way through, but pushed off with the defender. Puck still ends up in their possession, though. Rogers has it now, right in a good spot on the faceoff. Dot ripped in. Just a little bit wide. The goaltender there. And puck bounced up and out of play there along the boards. And the offside will send us back out into neutral territory. And Lewis kicked out of the face-off circle again. Well, the first time we've said that. And McIntosh will step in for it. They'll win it cleanly again. Now the Bombers making their way up. Throw it towards the net. Bounced off the boards behind the net and ends up clearing the zone after a good effort by Doyle. And McKenzie with it now. Passes it off to his partner, who's going to skate it up himself. And tries to throw it in front of the net. Only Gulls were there, though, and they managed to prevent anything from happening. But now it could be a race for the puck here. Opportunity pass over for Doyle. He's got some open ice, but he's going to be taken down. Now a puck thrown in front of the net. No one quite able to get there, though. The rolling puck was a bit of a scare. And it's going to be whistled down, and we've got a penalty coming to the Gulls now. I'm not sure I saw what happened there. I'm not sure what penalty was called there. I'll be curious to see when they show up, but it will indeed be a power play for the Bombers. No one is yet to enter the penalty box for the Gulls, so we're not sure who the penalty's against. And finally, it'll be Liam Worth who steps into the box. And it's power play opportunity number 3 for the Bombers. They are 1 for 2 so far. The Jaden Croft goal was on the power play. And another chance to get back up in this game. Kept in by Cameron. He'll bounce it along the boards. And he'll keep it in a second time, but this time it bobbles over a stick and elects at the zone. So a couple keep-ins, but couldn't keep it in that time. Sim will pass it back. Didn't quite reach any of the defenders there, so it'll trickle behind the net. And a good start to the penalty kill so far for the Gulls. But now some momentum here. Hayden, the captain, takes it up for the Bombers. And he'll throw it back towards the point. McKenzie will help keep it in. Fleming tries to shoot it out, but it hit a body. Didn't get out. Didn't get very far at all. Still in the corner now. Sim comes away with it. Back for Cameron. And they'll do a quick little give and go. Cameron with it now. Shot that's blocked on the way in. Ooh, great effort to try to get it out there was Fleming, and he got a little punishment for it. Was kept in, but a great diving attempt there. Now Cameron has the puck. He's walking in. Shot wide. It's over the net, too. Fleming held a little bit behind the play. The fans showing some of their discomfort there. That puck just barely kept onside. And held down by the goaltender. Well, some pretty phenomenal efforts there. They're also in a rule that I think it was offside. And if that is the case, it was a bit of a late call. So yeah, it will be. It'll be an offside, but it was a bit of a late whistle down. 50 seconds left to go on the power play. Liam Worth taking that penalty, of course, moments ago for unsportsmanlike conduct. It was actually not to him specifically, it was just to the bench, so presumably they were expressing their discomfort with a lack of penalty called on the opportunity, and they got penalized for it. That puck's gonna just stay in, just held in there by Williams. He's gonna dance out on the line before passing it off. That shot hit a body in front, hits the chest of Fitzgerald. Now it'll be sent down the ice. 25 seconds to go. It's always interesting with unsportsmanlike conduct. You never really know when you're up here what caused it. Never know what was said, what was done, but it was something, a great move opportunity turned away, but Coda Lewis, tied for their team lead in scoring, looked good on that play. Williams now with it to the point. Passes it over, slap shot, stopped by the pad and covered up by Fitzgerald. And Boutlier is going to take exception as Grady Cohen was a little too close to his goaltender. One second to go on the Liam Worth serving the bench minor for the Gulls. And face-off won by the Gulls, and that'll kill it off. So we're back to 5-on-5. Odell will get it out past the blue line, and that pass does not connect, so they'll have to race back. The Bombers will, and they'll try to get it out, but Leiber gets his body in front, breaks up the attempt. Strong comes in for some reinforcement, doesn't need it because Leiber's got it himself, tried to throw it out in front of the net, but too many bodies around to make that happen. Good defensive play there by Joshua Anderson. He kept him contained. Now he's taking the puck up himself. Still going in himself before he loses it. Now Cooper Strong with it, tries to pass it out, but it's quickly picked off. Now a shot from the point, blocked by Leiber. And now Strong pokes away. Leiber's got an opportunity. He's making his way in. He's going to take his time. Passes it over, but it's the backhand for Strong, and now it's going to be reached out and gloved down by Chris Walker. Leiber may be better off to shoot that puck there versus trying to get Strong to adjust on his backhand, but they still get a pretty decent chance out of it all around for some of their top players. Odell and Sim lined up for the face-off. Sim got the better of it. Now the puck's going to be cleared out. Racing for it. And picking it up are the Bombers. Opportunity pass. Ooh, and like the body got in front of it there. And you got to give credit to Cole Rogers on that play. Could have prevented a real good opportunity, if not a sure goal. McKenzie will fire it in. Sim picks it up now behind the Gulls net. And that puck comes in front. Fitzgerald keeping an eye on it. They're going to go for another trip around the net, and they're going to whistle it down. Looks like the net came off a second time. So some chaos there, and it looked like Brendan Fitzgerald was full on both of those wraparounds really, a little bit late to react, so it'll be interesting to see if that's something that the Wearwell Bombers try to explore later on in this game. Ref's going to get the net lodged back into place. Now Hayden lining up for the face-off with Sam Fleming. Fleming getting the better of it on that one, and now the Gulls will take it out of the zone. Fleming skating up here. He's going to look for an opportunity. Shot, blocker down with a goaltender. Rebound, shooting, he scores! It's Will Looney on the rebound. And some chances turned around one way. You know what they say, that's always when they're going to come back and find the back of the net, and it sure happened there. And a huge goal for Will Looney. So Sam Fleming with the initial shot. And now Will Looney manages to cash that one in. So 8:42 to go here in period number 2, and Will Looney has gotten them on the board to make it 2-1. Bombers trying to quickly get it back here, but they're going to lose the puck, and now it's Fleming with some speed, but he's got to get the puck free and not able to. Good defensive effort there made. That was Jack Cameron, the youngster, doing it. Fleming throws a hit a little bit behind the play there. And that shot out of play. Ooh, and we got a little bit of rough stuff after the fact. There was a bit of a late shot taken there. And the ref almost fell down, but he saved it. He saved it pretty well, I'd say. He didn't end up on the ice. I think that counts as saving it. Be curious to see if anything comes out of that. It doesn't look like it will. The Gulls have it in their own end after the face-off, but they do lose it pretty quick. Thrown around the boards, but Aiden Langelo's the only one really there to receive it, but his pass is going to be broken up. Now an opportunity for the Bombers. Ooh, stopped one. Couldn't get the second shot on net there. That was Eli Swain with the opportunity, but it was on his backhand. He couldn't quite get it switched to his forehand and get the power that he needed. But he does get that pass tipped off right in front of the net. Opportunity. Ooh, and it's turned away by the goaltender. What an effort there. And this line is buzzing right now for the Bombers. Opportunities all around. Brody McClellan, a big part of that. And the Gulls do get out of the zone now. But they won't get possession, and Swain will send it right back in. Haverstock was stopping getting the puck. McDonald trying to keep it into the point here for the Bombers. And he's not able to, and trying to send it back in, but it was whistled down as offside. For the first time, now that it's 2-1, we can talk about the fact that the Gulls no longer leading in shots. Now it goes to the Bombers, it's 15-14, but you know what? The Bombers will take their stat, and also it was not an offside, apologies. It was actually a penalty. So Wyatt McDonald will take a penalty here for the Bombers, and for the first time, and also, also leading now for the first time, the Gulls will get a power play. Liver couldn't win the face-off, but Bombers haven't been able to clear it quite yet. Now they finally will. Hayden's the one that gets it out. Haverstock will race back to retrieve it. And he'll pass it off to Liver as Sim was coming down. Liver with it now. He's going to hand it off to Strong, who's going to throw it to the point to Odell. He'll get the puck over. Shot opportunity, couldn't get wide of the net. Liver fighting for the puck with Hayden now. And Liver will come up with it. He's been great at that so far today, is just coming over those pucks and those battles deep in the corners and along the boards. He'll take it for a skate right along the blue line, keeping it in. Makes a move. Doesn't quite keep possession of the puck, but Odell's able to get it and get it up pretty quickly. Now Strong passes. And it ends up back in the stick of Liver here. 50 seconds gone so far in this power play. And one shot to show for it at this point. Liver with it now. Passes it over for Odell. He's going to try to throw it in front of the net, but couldn't quite connect with Strong. And that pass didn't quite get through. And they're going to try to clear it out now. McKenzie's not able to. Odell keeps it in. He's going to throw it over for Strong. That shot turned away and covered up by Chris Walker. Seemed like McKenzie went a little bit too much for the body and wasn't able to get the puck out of the zone. It resulted in a good opportunity the other way, as the main power play unit will head off. Fleming, McDonald, Ludy. The main crux of this power play group. Throw to the point now, Bellin with it. And he'll find Myra. Myra loses the puck, but luckily able to send it enough in Fleming's direction. He keeps it over for Bellin. Now opportunity shot, and a stick tried to deflect that, but deflected it wide of the net. And now the puck's going to be sent down the ice. 25 seconds to go on the first power play for the Gulls. And they'll start back with it. Myra here will pass it off to Fleming, who couldn't quite handle the puck cleanly, but great race to get past McIntosh, get it himself. Fleming with a move now. Tight angle shot turned away with a goaltender. And that puck will just clear out of the zone, and that will be all she wrote here for power play number 1 for the Gulls. We're back to 5-on-5. 3 shots for the Gulls. A lot of offensive zone time, but never really found a complete groove to get into there. Fleming skates the puck in himself. Looking for some help along the boards. McDonald trying to be that. Not a whole lot of movement right now. I think they're trying to see who's going to bite first. And finally someone does, and the Bombers come up with it. They will just manage to keep it in, but now it goes out of the zone. Racing back to get it is McKay, who will stop up behind his net. And they'll try to start things up. Jardine with the puck. Gets it to McKenzie. Or McDonald, apologies. Now puck sent into the zone. Working around the net, trying to punt. He doesn't make it, but McKay with the puck there, trying to put it on. He couldn't get it on net. That was wide right. And now the puck is cleared for the Bombers, but sent right back in. Now Doyle with the puck, he's going to throw it over. Opportunity, shot, oh! And he rings it off the post there. Aiden Langell tried to get a big goal there. He then gets knocked over immediately afterwards there by Carter Anderson. Boudelier retrieves the puck in his own end, fired it along the boards. No one was really there to receive it, but there was a line change for the Bombers, so they had to be careful how they went about it. Oh, and there's going to be a penalty on the play. It was a big hit thrown by Aiden Langell. Oh, no penalty. And we'll see. And there wasn't a penalty. And a bizarre thing, I wasn't the only one that was fooled. Chris Walker, the goaltender, went to the bench, but it was a delayed offside. He gets back into his net, which is a good thing because now the Gulls are coming in, and that shot turned away from the blocker, rebound left out. Yeah, they tried to throw it there, but Jardine has it now. Takes a bit of a check along the boards. Oh, some more rough stuff going on in the corner. And Lewis seems to stand over, take a moment to have some words with Kean Doyle, and we'll get a whistle now. So a bizarre turn of events. The arm went up right as the hit was thrown by Aiden Langell, and both myself and Chris Walker were convinced that that was a penalty being called, and he got to the bench by the time he realized that no, it was not. So a frantic dash back for him, and a correction on air for me. I know who I'd rather be in the shoes of, and it's the guy not having to run across the ice and goaltender here. Said it was a good clean hit. We stay at 5-on-5. Now the Bombers making their way into the zone. And the puck goes into the corner there, picked up now by the Gulls. Ooh, bit of contact there. It's trying to go to the zone. Now Williams will start with it in the Bombers' defensive end. They'll flick it out. McKenzie catches it and plays it to himself. He'll step into the zone, makes a little bit of a move. Now he's got in on the goaltender. Backhand shot turned away. And it's going to be whistled down. Made something out of nothing on that play, but it was a bit too tight of an angle on the backhand to find anything. 2 minutes, 3 seconds to go here in period number 2. The lead is in favor of the Gulls. They're up 2-1. That, of course, coming after a big goal by Will Louie earlier in the period. And it's going to be whistled down again. And we've got a call. Looks like a cross-checking penalty on the way. And it'll be McIntosh who serves it, so another power play for the Gulls coming up here as Evan McIntosh is off to the box. So a minute 56, so almost the entire power play will be encompassed here in this period. Barring the goal, of course. The main power play unit out now for the Gulls, trying to see if they can extend this lead late. Momentum swings are a big thing. And these late goals always have that effect. Oh, trying to get with it now. Gulls pick it up now. Odell has it. He'll drop it back to the point. And now it's over for Liver. He'll drop it back off. Haverstock has it now. They'll give it to Odell. Trying to find some opportunity here, but they haven't really gotten much yet. Now Liver, the captain, tries to throw it in front. And couldn't connect with Strong, who was knocked down after the puck went by. Now he had another opportunity in front of the net. Couldn't quite make that one count either. He's rammed into the boards, and we're going to get another penalty on the play. Carter Anderson, who's been a physical force all night, took it a step too far this time, and it's now going to be 5-on-3. And I I mean, hard to argue with it. His back was directly to him. He was facing the boards entirely. That's just not it. You can throw. And so a 5-on-3 for a minute 19, which will take us almost entirely out of the period. And then after that, of course, about 40 more seconds of power play time for the Gulls. But a huge opportunity in this game they're not going to want to let go by. Haverstock with it now, looking for a pass. Didn't connecting. Odell took a slap shot, but it was a pretty clear lane and blocked by the chest of goaltender Chris Walker. So a full intermission coming up here. The Zamboni is all revved up and ready to go. Doesn't mean you should tune out of us, but you can peek around all the other High Button Sports channels, see if you can find anything worth your fancy. And if not, you're going to want to end up back here for the third period. What's been a pretty solid game so far between a championship contender and a young team of the future who might just surprise you here in the Gulls as they get back to work on the power play. Haverstock with it now. He's going to walk in. That shot just a little wide of the net. And he'll get the puck back here at a pretty sharp angle. Look around for his options and just find it to Odell at the point. And Liver now the shot and turned away and whistled down. And some good looks here on this power play. And now they're going to send on the second unit. So Fleming, McDonald, and company up onto the ice. See if they can crack this goaltender and make it a 3-1 game before the third period starts. Fleming with it after the face-off here. Looks for Myra, doesn't end up giving it to him. Now he does. Myra had moved out of the way, and that'll clear the zone. So precious time's going to tick off the clock here. Ooh, just barely kept onside there. Good effort there. Now it's to the point. Fleming for Myra. He walks in at a pretty clean line for a shot, but it was turned away by the pads. Now it's going to be cleared out. Fleming not quite able to get there. And that'll kill off most of what we have left in this period. And most of what we have left in the first penalty. That one, of course, to Evan McIntosh. Going to get one last rush here with 7 seconds on the clock. They're going to have to get a shot off quickly. McDonald in on the backhand. Front hand shot turned away. Rebound in front of the net. And a hit there thrown as he tried to keep his man from scoring. And a late opportunity there, but they couldn't make anything of it. So we will head to the second intermission. It is a lead for the Gulls. They are currently up 2-1 over the Wearwell Bombers here at St. Margaret's Bay Center. Stay tuned. We'll be back not too long for the third period of play.